times where Vio can just walk at you level 1, walk past the wave, hit you with that Q because the range is so long. When you're both fighting inside the wave, you do have a longer auto attack range in him, so you can look to try to tether that range and play with missing finding engages, especially level 6 once the chains of corruption come online for the side of Elk. And overall, I think straight up 5v5 just looked really good for the side of WE.
Plus Viego, we know the Spectral Maw is going to stun you in place, so let's see how V5 optimize as we go into game number 1 here. Something you mentioned there for V5's composition as well. The Lulu coming through here, adding more support to PZX. So does that...
PZX going to look for this gank early with the fact that Breed does have that push.
He might have to use that Harrowed Path you're talking about to get himself out. Spectral Maw flashes away from the Sonic Wave, but the Audacious Charge. The path finally reveals itself, but Breed is already dead. First blood over to PZX. That equalizes, so maybe the Krug Camps gets him closer, but up in the top side, PZX wants to dive again. There's no flash available, but the Heartbreaker is PZX. Too deep though, and Breathe will get the first kill, not able to reset there off of the passive, so Invincible hits him back.
WE though,
okay, that's
looks like they might get punished.
Uniboy has the Wild Growth available, used on ZYF, missing behind enemy lines, and will drop to Kepler. But the auto attack at the end, he thought it was enough. Q comes through, Deadly Flourish. Oh, thank you. That would have hurt to see him get away. So V5, the play doesn't go unscathed. PZX is really making use.
Yeah, really interesting coming out from him. We've seen Mo Sinzao so far.
Oh,
big equalizer.
ZYF is just dead before we even start the play. Uniboy's joined in as well. The curtain call was exactly the opposite for WE. And ZYF meets his maker. Equalizer, you said it. It was perfect. I talked about it before, bringing more gold back. He's trying to focus around Mole in the mid lane, but PZX keeps hovering. Okay, well, we're just going to start the fight. I guess PZX is going to go for the engage. Bait Shunk targeted, and V5 find another one. Another good pick here, and another good moment for the Sinzao jungle.
Yeah, no equalizer available. Beishang overheating right at that moment too. I don't think expecting all members of V5 to commit to that play. So V5 going to be able to pick up the second dragon. And a little bit curious to what the mind state of...
And control over to WE means exactly this. Look at the vision priority. Control wards throughout their line as they walk through in. Like it's Congo or something. Shirelia's pop, Chains of Corruption on the other end though. The poke over to Uniboy puts him at half health while Wild Growth is used on the support. Breathe gets the first kill on Invincible, and for V5 the poke damage continues on. Mole over the wall, WE very low, but it doesn't matter. The kill goes over, Invincible's dead. And now for WE the Dragon should be theirs. But at the moment it doesn't look like they're opting into it.
No, and they're gonna V5 gonna instantly go towards mid and drop that Herald. Health bar is on the side of WE, so this turret should be able to go down with Kepler here in full HP. That was a bit of a weird one because it looked like V5 had the right angle. They got a multi-man Leona stun coming out. They were all able to run in, but Breathe finding the ultimate, able to pick up the kill. Still, WE might have been the ones to pick up a kill off that play, but V5 getting both objectives with how whittled down WE members got.
It's an Infernal Soul on the Rift this game, so 2 more Dragons to go. Nice pickup for V5, and we'll watch again while WE got burnt out.
Yeah, we see Jin ult opened immediately following with Leona ultimate. They all run in. I want to keep my eyes on Breathe. Just all channeling in on Invincible. And I mean, they have enough damage, they have enough burst. Also the fight on top of an equalizer as well. Still, you look at health bars, everyone less...
More and more menacing as well.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they're not in too bad of a position, right? You have a lot of taking...
They are now. PZX nuked down, 25 kill streak, and Breathe looking to close this one up. He doesn't have the Heartbreaker. It was used early, but ZYF the kill on the other side as the depth charge follows Uniboy over the wall. Has to flash in the end. Look at the summoners down on the jungle, on the mid, and the kill going over. Invincible comes back in as well. Mole on Zoe. Yeah, PZX walks up to the turret and he's punished for it.
WE finding some nice angles, and it goes back to are able to have a field day.
So let's have a look again, because Invincible was the one who added damage here, but this was just a slow poke battle where, yeah, V5 couldn't run into them.
Yeah, and I mean, he wasn't even bubbled or anything, right? With something like the Lugan's Echo. We know Horizon Focus also does give more AP. Kepler, though, going to start to engage.
And look at where PZX is. Wind becomes lightning, doesn't connect, has to put the ulti out. Invincible on the back line. kick available, but he hasn't picked his target. Sonic Wave doesn't connect and missing the only dead man right now as Mole over the wall pokes down ZYF as TP is response. PZX right on top of him. Breed now needs to get the hell out of there with the Harrowed Path, but Equalizer ready to turn it around. There's the Heartbreaker as well. Breed poking them down with his mighty long sword as Kepler's in, ready for the fourth shot. He's used the Gale Force here, but V5, 5 alive, still remains strong, and WE can't get the kills to get the reset for Viego, so it all fizzles out.
Yeah, the Wild...
His Armor Guard lyric with a Fiendish Codex. Now, as Solar Flare comes down, do I have time? Chains of Corruption misses as well, maybe not. ZYF, the AP-ish Leona, is now going to be in a hard place with Breed coming in from the flank. Here's Mole as well, jumping into the field, but PZX pulls out the ulti while into the engage. Invincible, ZYF, it's a wombo of all sorts here. The wild growth from Uniboy yet again, absolutely gorgeous, as WE have lost their bottom lane completely.
And V5 using that wild growth offensively, right? We see Leona go in, stun comes out, knock up immediately to follow through. Beishang's ultimate completely whiffing. Bubble! Mole? Nope, not gonna be able to get it, but still Uniboy extremely low. I wonder if they can actually do this Baron. Mole can put off a lot of poke. Breed does have his ultimate available as well.
But PZX doesn't look at the face of the Baron. He hides behind, luckily, 3.5k. Mole poking down. Breed is there. Beishang engaged on. They turn for V5. They're low, but they want to take down the Rumble with him, who buys time with the goldenness as Breed is now in the whip of the fight. He resets. He heals as well. Sovereign's domination yet again. Breed now has himself an audacious charge as Sonic Wave connects, but the trouble bubble from downtown. Molly, Molly, Molly! The wild growth on death though. Is it enough to keep Invincible alive? Sonic Wave resonating strike, and the Dragon's Rage make it close, but WE win out in the end.
And we're seeing why WE have relied on their top half of the map so much coming into this split. I can understand what V5 were going for. I don't think they necessarily even wanted the Baron. It's like, hey, we're either going to get the Baron or three of them are going to come into us. We feel content taking this 5v3, but still, you're up against a Zoe who's going to keep chunking you out. You're in a confined area. You have Viego who still has his ultimate available. And this fight also shows us how low the Rumble Equalizer cooldown is. Once again, we didn't really need a reminder for that one, but fight's going to start. They're going to find their way onto ZYF. They're going to be able to keep going. Mole the whole time throwing down Sleepy Trouble Bubbles. V5 having to walk forward. Equalizer was just used like 40 seconds ago. Once again, it's up for this fight. Doesn't do much, but still, ridiculous ability. WE able to follow forward with another incredible bubble coming out from Mole. And, you know, that one just sealed the deal.
Breathe almost died twice.
Up top side if they do want to look for the immediate end, but with the fact they're on Soul Point, Missing might be caught out.
Yeah, I mean, V5 went so aggressive,
Missing is caught out.
And Missing's dead. Invincible teleports in. The Baron's going to be started here while Red Buff being taken away. I think it actually went over to Elk in the end, but 5 versus 4. V5 technically have this advantage.
Yeah, V5, I think you're going to have to be incredibly decisive with their engage, right? You can't just let Varus and Zoe poke you out while you are in this confined area. Looks like ZYF very aggressively posturing for this. Equalizer not really going to do too much.
All right, curtain call there. It's going to lay into one person. Breathe once again with the Heartbreaker. Flashes back over to the rest of WE. Mole there to clean it up. But PZX, one more hit, negating the Ignite for now as Uniboy in range of Mole. Flashes away while Invincible takes the damage and stays. The poke from Elk, the speed up from Mole. It's a quick double over to this WE AD while minion waves crash and V5 are just running home.
Yeah, with a 5v3, this should be WE's game to end. Mole even having another flash. Members are going to go
and
down.
Another one. And another one, Lyric. It's a double kill yet again. 5-0-4. Mole showed up in this game. And WE clean it up in the end. It's a 34-minute game. It wasn't a stomp, but it sure was an interesting game, number one.
At the very least, I think it was definitely the best individual game we've seen out from Mole so far on WE. Beishang as well, I think he did have some equalizers that were a little bit off, but I think a lot of the decisions he